Greetings, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of 52. Oh, my internet is dying for a moment. Give me a second. Yes, but welcome. I was just doing I have a tiny little bit of my. I didn't have that wrong. Okay, that. There we go. Color corrected. Okay. Now then, welcome. I'm just doing a tiny bit more setup. I forgot to set one little thing up, but I will start reading momentarily. Just give me like 3 more minutes. I forgot to resize some of my images, so they're a bit messed up. Let me fix the sizes. Gotta mix up that so it doesn't go off the page. There. Good. Gotta just like 5 more pages and then I'm ready to go. Sorry about the delay, guys. I should have this prepared beforehand, but I forgot to double check my sizes because while I do this process, I have to make sure that I resize all the images to fit correctly onto my screen. So I don't have to also just do that in the. I guess I don't have to do it in there. I could resize it on OBS itself, but I feel it looks better if I don't do it that way. Although maybe in the future I'll try it, just not resizing it. But there's pros and cons to both ways about doing this, and I don't know, I just like it this way because it's an extra step of quality check. Which, hey, I guess the fact that I missed it maybe shows not that great of a quality check ever. It's just this one little bit left. Alright, thank you. Hello, welcome. You love Booster Gold? Well, good, because this is gonna be a Booster Gold heavy story at the start. Although, let me just get one last thing of it done. Directory. Move directory. Add directory. Week 2, 1, this one as well. Add edit directory. I'm going to do, before I start this, I'm going to do a brief history of DC. Well, not really a brief history of DC per se, but a brief history of DC up to like Identity Crisis from then onward, so that people can oh. Slides got messed up. Okay, let's add that one last little thing. I just gotta do a image slideshow history. That's good. That's a good way of naming it. History manual cut add directory. Yeah, no. Before I did this, I was like, wait a second. Okay, the 52 comic itself made made their own history of the DC. Like they did like all of the history from up till then. And I was like, well, if they have it already done, I should probably use that myself, which, now that I remembered it, I am using it. Okay, slideshow 2, history 2. This is going to be 1 more second. Sorry, guys, for the little delay. I was going to have this done beforehand, but I had a pizza, so I was going to, yeah, it was a good pizza. Just a quick little snack, and I forgot to, have that. Okay. Good there, that's good there. History 1 will be there. Let me get the, settings, make sure it's manual hotkeys. Okay, next slide, previous slide, next slide, previous slide. Okay, apply, and let's go. Sorry, let's go right now. Okay, to start this off with, DC's 52 was a massively long-running series that kind of really started off spinning off from, well, Identity Crisis, along with Identity Crisis, Infinite Crisis, and so these parts of the story are going to summarize up first. Okay, so to start with, Identity Crisis sprung off from this happening. Ralph Dibny is known as the Elongated Man. He's the man in the background, and his wife Sue Dibny. She was one of the few non-powered people welcomed by the Justice League. She basically had access to a lot of their stuff. And during a stakeout where the Elongated Man, Ralph, the Elongated Man, the stretchy guy, was on a basically a stakeout with Firehawk. Firehawk is the woman to the left. And during that stakeout, his wife Sue was attacked and killed. And so he returned from the stakeout and found his wife dead. And the Justice League were like, well, who would do this? Who would fight this? Because for then it's like the villains usually kept like they weren't as like going after non-combatants in this time. They were more focused on the heroes. And so what happened is all the heroes were trying to find out what happened, who did it. And the first thing they thought of, oh well, it was probably Dr. Light. Dr. Light had attacked Sue Dimney in the past, and so after that attack, Zatanna, one of the best magicians, wiped the memory of his attack, because he's supposed to be he wasn't supposed to know about her, and some other bad stuff happened during that attack. But moving over that stuff of Identity Crisis, what happened was Zatanna decided to let's wipe his mind of this so he doesn't know it. So they did the whole memory erasing, but what happened is it wasn't him. It turns out other people were being attacked, and during this attack, the Atom, one of the guys on the Justice League, who basically his power is like Ant-Man, but not Ant-Man. He shrinks. His wife was attacked. Well, his former wife, not his current wife, because they're exes. Well, anyways, his wife was attacked, but he managed to save her. But not everyone got so lucky during this whole weird attack on like the families of heroes. See, Robin, not the Robin. Okay, which Robin is this one? This one was Tim. The Tim Robin, not Dick, and not. Wasn't there a storyline of Dr. Light's brains returning to like scrambled eggs? Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Zatanna wiped his memory, and then suddenly people connected to heroes were dying. For instance, Tim Drake's father, Jack Drake, died, and then it's like a showdown with Captain Boomerang, so that they thought it was him. And during all this, Earth's greatest detective, Batman's like trying to figure out what's going on, and he figured it out. Turns out, Jean Laurie, the Atom's ex-wife, who was hanging from a door, she was the one that did it. She killed Sue Dimney, and what happened? And she tried to cover her tracks. See, she was making a false flag attack on the people around them because she wanted her ex-husband to like her again. But because her deeds were discovered, this catastrophic event of Sue's death made it so that Batman remembered what happened. See, when Zatanna wiped Dr. Light's mind, Batman figured out was there. And Batman's like, no, we can't wipe his mind. It's wrong to just do that. We don't want to do that because, it's like a lobotomy. And because he objected to it, Zatanna and the rest of the Justice League is like, okay, let's wipe Batman's mind as well. And once that happened, the horrible just death of Sue is what made him realize, wait, I got my mind wiped. That's not good. And while this is all happening, far away, 4 people who had saved the multiverse in the past were watching this heroism just be tarnished. See, Superman of Earth 2, Alexander Luthor of Earth 3, Superboy of Earth Prime, and Lois Lane of Earth 2 were trapped in, well, no, they weren't trapped per se, they were in a paradise dimension after their dimensions had been destroyed. And they were watching the DC Universe and seeing this all happen, where everything is going wrong. The heroes are acting bad, and during this betrayal, Batman was like, okay, he remembered it. He realized the betrayal of the Justice League, and that set him off. In doing so, he activated a security system known as Brother Eye. And this death, Sue's death, was basically the trigger of everything. See, once that happened, that was a focal point, and what happened is the roles of heroes and villains kind of got a bit muddled. The villains themselves, they set up a secret society, the word for the villains were, you do that to Batman, bad things happen. You're right, Rick. Batman sets up his satellite, not really a satellite death beam, but a satellite that spies on everything. Brother Eye, who was pretty much looking at everything, and what happened is, while this is all going on, and the heroes are fighting the heroes, a society of villains was destroyed, made of the Calculator, Deathstroke, Black Adam, Talia Ghul, Dr. Psycho, and Lex Luthor. They unified basically to be a giant conglomerate of the villains. It's like, okay, we're gonna be the villains to fight the war. And while this is all happening, Batman was piecing together what happened. Like, what is going on? Why is everything going wrong? Turns out he realized that, oh, my brain was messed with. Better activate this thing. But while that was activated, it turns out somebody else had gotten to it first. Batman did not know this, but somebody did. That somebody was Ted Kord. Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle, was investigating what was going on, and in doing so, he realized that Max Lord, that guy in the bottom left corner, bottom right corner, Max Lord had just taken control of it from Batman in one goal, to stop the metahumans. Max Lord realizes that metahumans are the cause of so many issues that we just want to get rid of all the metahumans. And for that, Ted Kord, a guy with no powers, paid the price with his life. And see, with the death of Ted, Batman's like, whoa, this is getting very serious. I need to talk to the rest of the League. I know I don't trust them because they mess with my brain, but no, we have to do something about this. And this is what happened. He's like, okay, I was betrayed. Something happened. And Brother Eye itself has now fallen into the enemy's hands. Earth's defenses that he considered was as like the last line against a rogue Justice League was out of his control. And in the control of Checkmate, the group that was basically... Checkmate was a group that was pretty much the secret society of villains, but backed up by Maxwell Lord. And then during that whole event, the only way to stop it was with Maxwell Lord's death. Well, the only way, let me get a drink of water, sorry about this, my voice is a bit bad. The only way to stop it was for Wonder Woman to kill Maxwell Lord. But in doing so, she did that live on TV. And that made people scared of heroes. And because that happened, Superman of Earth 2, the Superman who survived the crises, who was in that Paradise Dimension, he was outraged. He's like, oh no, the heroes are being bad. The heroes are crossing lines, and they're not doing anything right. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna restore justice. Hello, Pig. You're late. Not really, actually. I was just going over a brief history of DC. To sum it up, a hero guy's wife died, and they wait, where was the leg? Oh, my bad. Sorry about this. Haha. Thank you for more. Thank you for that. Let's get back in there. Welcome. Oh, 1 second. Whoa, actually, I gotta restart my, something. Where's the leg? I'm here. Egg is here. I was a little late myself as well, so I kind of rushed through this. So, get this back open, get it back up. Is it working now? Am I alive? I am... Okay. Yep, there we go. Sorry. There we go. Yes, no. To sum it up, Sue Dimney, the stretchy guy, his wife died, and the death of his wife made Batman realize that his mind got wiped by the DC. Not by the DC. His mind got wiped by the Justice League, and when that happened, he basically set up his protocol of like, oh crap, Justice League's being bad. I need to activate my robots. But it turns out the villains had taken over the robots instead, and to stop the villains and Batman's robots, Wonder Woman killed a guy, and that made a Superman from an alternate universe mad. This alternate universe Superman's like, hey, we gotta stop everything. And while that might have stopped the villains, the robots that Batman accidentally unleashed, the Omacs were around. The Omacs were basically super soldiers against Earth's heroes, and they were under control of, well, they were under control of the bad man that Wonder Woman killed, but then they kind of went rogue. Or at least that's what they thought. See, the Omacs, standing for Observational Metahuman Activity Construct, created by Brother Eye and Batman, Brother Eye being basically an artificial intelligence assigned to monitor and kill metahumans. We decided, like, hey, let's go attack everything. But it turns out it was under the control of Alexander Luthor. Alexander Luthor was a alternate universe Luthor from Earth 3 who, after surviving the crisis that wiped out his planet, is like, wait, these I need to rebuild the multiverse. I think it's unfair that there's only one Earth in this universe. We need to make sure there's infinite Earths. So that's what they did. With the help of Superman of Earth 2 and Superboy Prime, they punched through the dimensional walls in their prison, well, it was a prison, but also a paradise. It was basically, imagine if your Earth got destroyed, but you basically get this a house where you can watch the new Earth and everything going on. But slowly the new Earth becomes corrupt. So these Supermen decided to break out. The line behind hero and villain is like undistinguishable. We need to redraw that line, re-bring justice to the world. And while that happened, while that was happening, Superman of Earth 2's wife was dying. And that was caused by Alexander Luthor, who was tricking the Supermen. He's like saying, hey, I want to refix everything. Just follow me, follow my rules. But behind the scenes, he was trying to make sure he would rule over the universe on himself. So yes, the Omacs were actually owned by Luthor. Well, Alexander Luthor, not our Luthor. Our Luthor was kind of like busy like being the president, I believe. He was kind of like not being a bad guy for a change. And in doing so, Alexander Luthor convinced Superboy Prime to follow his rules. Like, hey, it sucks that your Earth got destroyed. It sucks that my Earth got destroyed. We need to just fix everything. And so he tried that by using a machine of miracles, basically a miracle machine that used the body of the Anti-Monitor, a very, very crazy strong villain. He tried to rewrite the cosmos, rebuild the multiverse. But in doing so, while that happened, Superman of Earth 2, Lois Lane, died. And when her death happened, he realized, wait, I gotta snap out of this. I can't destroy this Earth from my Earth. That's what a villain would do. And while that was happening, Batman tried to take out Brother Eye, and he basically had a ragtag squad of heroes that gained access to the satellite and took it down. And while this was happening, Superboy of the regular Earth fought Superboy Prime. Superboy was outclassed. Prime was so much stronger than him, but he realized, wait, I might not be able to defeat him, but I need to stop this machine from destroying the Earth. And Superboy did that. He defeated Prime and destroyed the tower, but the destruction of the tower kind of rewrote the universe. It was such an immense power from that tower that basically the fabric of reality shattered and rebuilt itself. But Superboy Prime, Con-El, died. And even though he blew up the tower, he did not defeat Prime. In fact, it took the combined strength of Superman of Earth 1 and Superman of Earth 2 to defeat Prime. But during that Earth 2 Superman was beat to death by Prime. And it took Superman himself to push Prime through Krypton's red sun to depower him along with himself. So with the death of Superman of Earth 2, Lois, and eventually Alexander Luthor himself, Luthor of Earth 3, his death was by Joker. Joker killed Lex Luthor of Alexander Luthor because, like, hey, Joker's like, wait, why didn't you invite me to your villain club? And so, with the death of all three, Superboy was the last remaining survivor of this crisis, last surviving villain of the crisis. He was imprisoned by the Green Lanterns, and he's kind of a bit edgy. He decided to carve the Superman shield on his chest after being told, "You're not fit to wear this symbol." Well, he's like, "Screw you! I'll carve it and make a scar on my chest to do that." And that brings us to here. That brings us to the start of the comic, where Superman has no powers. Batman realized, wait, this was all my fault. If I didn't have the crazy robots to fight my friends, we wouldn't have had this issue. And Wonder Woman's like, wait, I killed a guy on live TV. I need to go for some soul searching because that's not a good image. And so with these three gone, we have pretty much the start of 52. And the start of 52. Oh. Okay. Start with 52. 52 starts off with the aftermath of this whole robot invasion, Superman of alternate universes fighting, and basically the whole world is destroyed. But even if there's no Superman, doesn't matter. There's still heroes. For instance, Booster Gold is in Metropolis, taking up the slack of what Superman was doing, and he's kind of a bit of a smug person. See, he's taking brand deals. He's like saying, "Hey, sponsored by DC Cola," because he wants money. He's a bit of a greedy person. He's not doing this for the hero-ness. He's doing this for the fame. And while this is happening, remember how Sue Dimity died and that kind of started all this? Well, the elongated man himself he's in mourning. His wife is dead. People he know are dead. But he gets a phone call. Somebody has vandalized his wife's tomb. He must go check that out. And while this is happening, Steel, one of Superman's allies, is also taking watch of the Metropolis, and he realizes, wait, my niece is not using her powers correctly. She's just being very obnoxious. She's not helping people. She's like, "Oh, I don't want to help people. I want to hang out with my friends." He's like, "Okay, you want to hang out with your friends? Give me back your super suit." So Natasha, Steel's niece, has lost her suit, and in Kondak, Black Adam, who was betrayed, who's part of that secret society of villains, he was betrayed by them. And it's like, okay, screw villains, screw heroes. I must be a protector of my people. I must keep Kondak safe. Kondak is his nation that he rules with an Iron Fist. And while this is all happening, the heroes join up once more to mourn the dead. And while this is mourning, Booster Gold himself is like, okay, Superman's supposed to be here. Where's Superman? Turns out Superman is here, but he's Clark Kent for now because he lost his powers. But nobody knows that. And while this is all happening in Gotham has no Batman. Batman and the Robin have left. They're going on a training journey. So like, hey, wait, I was paranoid. Let's see if I can become unparanoid. And so, with the removal of Batman's sigil, and Detective Renee, who was one of Batman's allies and also part of the Gotham Police Department, she is in a drunken stupor, mourning the loss of her partner, and also kind of ruining her life. But while this is happening, the Question is decided to take up shop in Gotham and trying to recruit Renee to be his next partner. And this will start off with... This should start off with episode 2. So this recap was enough. I think in the future I'll try to sum it up a bit more, but this is my first time doing the recap, and it worked out rather well. I hope you guys are ready for this, because now we're issue 2. We have just introduced some of the people, and now... here we go. Booster Gold, ladies and gentlemen. Week 2. America loves Booster Gold. Here we have Ralph. He is at the gravesite of his wife, Sue, who had died not that long ago. Old school camera? Old-fashioned detective, Ralph Dibny, and you are? Dude, I know! Believe me, I'm a big fan of the elongated man. You won't believe this, but I met you and your wife way long ago. Remember Dreamland Park? Do I ever? I had to figure out how someone would kidnap a boy from a moving roller coaster without being seen. Was that you? Nah, man. That was my brother. Dude, you were amazing. Like, Batman amazing. Batman's good. Batman doesn't have a wife who kept me from freaking out while you were tracking down Marty, my brother. Mrs. Dibny, she was great, man, and now this. God, what kind of sicko writes something like that on a tombstone? No clues nearby, I've been looking. And this is exactly how you found it? You're the groundskeeper here, right? Uh-huh. Hey, I'm sorry. I'll clean this up, just keep a close eye for vandals. Just don't worry, man. You saved my brother. Paris, Cairo, Monte Carlo? Excuse me? That's a typical week for me, even now. Sue taught me the joy of world travel, son. I never stay in a place for long. This wasn't a townie with a spray can. Somebody was leaving a message for me. They knew the one place I'd find it. Who would do something like that? It's a mystery. Week 2, day 1. He's never done anything like this before. No pressure, but I'm relying on this little guy's knowledge of the future to do my job as a superhero. Gates here is a self-repairing ballet module from the 25th century, Mr. Gold. If there's any damage here at all, I can't find it, but I'm no expert on tomorrow tech. Sorry about that. Welcome back online. Don't apologize, Dr. Magnus. It felt great to be off duty for a little while. You know, that whole Zen thing? You should try it, sir. In fact, the whole internet should try it for once a week. No expert? You're the 21st century's foremost authority on Android AI. You're still famous in my time for inventing the Metalman. Those don't really work anymore. Anyways, I'm a little late. And may I just add, what an honor and a privilege it is to meet the father of the artificial self. Sure. So, how'd you feel? My guess is a glitch boost. It had to be a glitch, because if it wasn't a glitch, somebody is messing with the fabric of time. We'll talk about this later. Still need a ride to Haven, Doc? That'd be great. See, I'm only regarded as the world's foremost authority because no one wants to acknowledge the guy who actually is that. He's in Haven for attempting to start a war between parallel worlds. I'm the only one who visits, and like I said, I'm a little late. I rigged up a tachyon dish so the TV can receive TV. I rigged up a tachyon. Tachyon. Sorry about that word. That word's stumbling from a tachyon dish so the TV can receive future TV from the future. That old man they're laughing at right there, that's Ashton Kutcher. Wow, that's a dated reference. In here, you use your talents to survive any way you can. Look at me. My genius manifested itself in the creation of a machine so fully conscious they defied even their maker. Yours gave life to the you gave life to the slavishly devoted metalmen. Gah, what am I reading here? A historical journal? You and we are men who have willfully brought into being things that don't belong in this day and age, things of tomorrow. But I'm the mad scientist locked up for my own good and the good of others. You know, they won't let me near a computer in case I use it to trigger Machine War 1. That's what some of us mean when we talk about fighting injustice, Will. Speaking of which, a lot of superheroes were killed. Things are changing out there, and I thought you should know, the Red Tornado, he gave his life to protect the Earth. Ugh. Why does he have to keep doing that? Some self-destructive programming flaw? You think? Or could it be the dawning of synthetic courage itself? Only one of his brothers ever showed something like that, some kind of self-awareness. Perhaps one day I'll tell you about the Red Inferno. Or not. I'm not some kind of common inventor or maker of machines. I'm an artist. You laid the groundwork for everything I know about cybernetic intelligent systems, Professor Morrow. I can't say I agree with how you use your talents, sir, but I've always valued your friendship. I wouldn't miss our monthly meetings for the world. I created the world's first artificial souls, Will! I created souls! You're the only one who understood me, understood just how massive that breakthrough was. And I know you've been through a lot as well. I appreciate your visits. I also know you're not the kind to pay attention to the news. But there's the fuss surrounding Lex Luthor. It's a surprise no one's noticed this. But there's a raid on Sivana's hideout. It wound up buried on page 10. And then there was a disappearance from the underground laboratory of Ira Quimby, also known as IQ, joining Doctors Death, Time, and Cyclops on the recent missing files. You know what I think? Someone's rounding us up. Us, as in scientists? Mad scientists, Will. Zenith City. Dr. Cyclops joins the evil brain drain. Local supervillain missing. Criminal madman skips bail. Dr. Death fails to testify. FBI raid finds the Marvel family's nemesis lab empty. Dr. Time is gone. So we have the disappearance of mad scientists in DC. I'd watch my step if I were you. And also, keep taking your antidepressants. Week 2, Day 5. Who are you? Blam, blam! Oh my god, he doesn't have a face, oh my god, he doesn't have a face, oh my god, he doesn't have a face. Shut up! Where'd he go? You shot him, right? You hit him. You hit him right in the chest, right? You hit him? Did you see him? Did you get him? What do we do? Do we call the cops? Renee, what do we do? Renee, please, you're freaking me out. What do we do? Renee? Hello? Put some clothes on. Week 2, Day 4. Mayday, 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 Metropolis Tower. We have experienced a major instrumental malfunction. Enacting emergency landing. Protocol 2X2L. Tower, do you read? This is flight 2824. Do you read? Sir, there's a falling jetliner coming from the north. This looks like a job for Booster Gold. I'm on it, Skeets. The jet's flight path is a matter of historical record, so you're positioned properly for impact. Speak up! Can't hear you over this wind! Impact in 5 seconds, sir. Your force dampeners are fully charged. Brace yourself. For what? You said north, right? Oh, no. Oh my god. Going on. Deploying landing legs. Oh my god. Zoof. Hold on. Brace for impact. Bracing for impact. Got it. Okay, good. Charlie, here's your headline. Boosterific. Booster, can we get a quote? Booster, Channel 7 News. Right, folks, just give me a moment to reflect on our luck. Sir, it wasn't luck. No kidding. North? What the hell? Get Magnus on the line. Tell him you're still you're still glitching. No need, sir. My apologies. Merely a last residual glitch. In my self-correcting programming, all's well now. Flight 2824 is just fine now as well. Hundreds dead on flight 2428. 2,428. Using the knowledge of the future, Booster Gold has saved the day once more. Memory. That's the problem. Or more precisely, the fact that I have one. And worse than that, it's a damn good one. Fantastic when you're trying to remember where you parked. Not so good when you're doing everything you can to forget the car crash you've made of your life. The no-face guy. What the hell is that about? Vanished like he was never here, and I know I hit him dead center. Part 2. Okay. Asking me who I am? Son of a bitch. Join the club. He'll get the same answer Daria got. I don't know. I haven't got a goddamn clue. Mystery solved. It's an abandoned building. There you go. Curiosity satisfied. Man with no face, surprising you in the middle of the night, vanishes after being shot, leaves the mystery address. Nothing at the address. Fine. Done. Time to get back to the important work of drinking oneself into oblivion. Kind of a dump, isn't it? Son of a... Boosh! Crash! Ugh. Do you shoot everyone you meet? Or is this a personal thing? Who the hell are you? I asked you first. I shot you! I know I shot you! Are you sure? Pretty sure. So you are a detective after all. No, I'm not. I've got a new job. It's called being drunk. Do I judge you by what you say or what you do, Renee? How do you know my name? I'm hiring you. 200 a day, plus expenses. First 3 weeks, paid in advance. Don't judge the building by how it looks. Judge it by how it's used and by who uses it. Wait, what? Damn it! I still have questions! And even as Krypton's red sun dims into evening skies, know and remember, it is by the strength of our faith and our love that your path stays as bright as the eyes of Lady Candor herself. And so we all say. So we all say. So we all say. So say we all. So say we all. I said much of that. Okay. Transmission ended. I hear he loved you too, Cassie. Wonder Girl, if you're still calling yourself that. Who? Ralph Dibney. We've met. A few days ago, someone defaced my wife's gravestone with what I have reason to think was a message from you. Message? Why would you? Because you did your homework. The altar, the crystals, very authentic. See, I did my research too. The S, Cassie. Not many people know it had a literal meaning. It's a symbol. On Krypton, it's translated as the word hope. Inverted, though, it stands for something altogether. Resurrection. And that was... week 2. And what a cliffhanger! Turns out we have reason to believe that it might have been Wonder Girl herself that defaced the tomb. At least that's what Ralph Dibney believes. And while this is all going on, scientists are being kidnapped? What's up with that? Or the fact that Renee has finally met the question, or I guess we don't know the question just yet, but it's the question. The question is trying to recruit her, because he needs a detective, because something's going on in this world that they don't know precisely. Yes, that was a good issue. I hope you guys will join me next time. I'm going to take a small break, and I believe at in 15 minutes I will play some FTL. There's no week 2 weeks down, 50 to go. We have what I believe is a good time, because you know it's gonna slowly ramp up from here. We've just had the set pieces getting worked on, and anything else I need to make note of before I quit, because there is some things to note of. Okay. We have Ralph trying to find what's going on with this like cult, because it seems like with the death of Superboy, it seems like there's a bit of a religious undertone to that, because you know that broadcast. What's going on with that? Like, so say we all a Kryptonian shrine that will be solved in the future. But yes, glad to have everyone here. In 15 minutes, I will play some FTL. So I guess for now, I will stop my stream, grab another slice of pizza, and go. I won't raid anybody because I'll just raid them after the actual stream. So thanks all for coming.